Hello, my name is Samm Rae. I'm 27 years old and I am the owner and one of the artists at Karmaknife Tattoo and Art Collective in downtown Jackson, Michigan. I went to the College for Creative Studies in Detroit, which is an art school, and I am going to briefly talk about my extremely uninformed decision to go to art school and how it was actually extremely beneficial to my life. So I went to the Jackson Area Career Center my junior and senior year of high school, and I went to the visual communications program. And the only reason I actually did it at the time was not because I was thinking of my future career, but it was because I was like, yeah, I want to draw for 3 hours every day instead of going to class. They started to talk about like me going to art school, and I was like, I never have considered this. Sounds lit. I went, and oh god, the crazy thing about my decision to go was that I was 17 and I had no life trajectory. I had no idea what I was going to do for the rest of my life. There was no promise of like, yep, when art school's over, this is the career you're going to do. And I went to the illustration department, thinking, I would be like, oh, maybe I'll do comics. And art school is so crazy because it's such an immersive, intense experience that, I went there for 4 years, and it's almost like I thought about it a little bit like my freshman year, like what I was going to do for the rest of my life. All of a sudden, it's the end of my senior year. I'm doing my senior thesis, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm about to graduate, and I have no idea what my career path looks like. I did actually think about tattooing while I was in art school, but it seemed like this unattainable, unapproachable career. Immediately upon graduating, I was just like, what do I do now? I traded one of my oil paintings for a tattoo machine, kind of like on a whim. It wasn't a great deal because that tattoo machine was actually a piece of garbage. Literally after that experience where I got this tattoo machine, I worked for 4 years on and off to try to land an apprenticeship. And while I was trying to get into the industry, I worked graphic design gigs. And right when I was just about to give up and, you know, just do graphic design for the rest of my life, I actually got this really amazing opportunity to do a tattoo apprenticeship. It was almost like a second art school, a little bit less intense. But apprenticeships are hard to land to begin with because it's hard to find someone that's like willing to just like take you in and teach you. It's also very difficult because you're not making any money like when you're doing it, because you can't have a job while you apprentice. It's just unrealistic. It's a full-time thing. So either you're gonna be broke or you better have some savings. Like a lot of people that I know that got into the industry, they couch surfed while they apprenticed. My mother had actually passed away, and I had gotten a little bit of money from that, so I used that money to live off of during my apprenticeship. My apprenticeship was very quick. I progressed really, really quickly in the tattoo industry. This would not be the case had I not gone to art school and gotten that classical training and learned how to market myself and learned how to basically art school helped me create a brand for my own artwork. Fast forward, it's been 2 years. I've only been tattooing for 2 years. I now own my own studio, and I'm booking out 7 months, which is like, from what I understand, sort of unheard of in the industry for how short of amount of time I've been tattooing. And I'm not saying this to brag, but I'm saying it to I basically advocate for art school because I directly attribute my success as a tattooer to going to art school. I really felt undeserving of where I was at, or where I am at as a tattoo artist, up until recently, because I was like, wow, a lot of tattoo artists work years to get where I'm at right now. But then I kind of had to come to terms with the fact that I'm like, dude, I've been working for years at this. Like, art school was the beginning of my tattoo career. It was when I started taking my art seriously, and tattooing is now my medium. It's my art. I'm trying to think of a way to have a graceful conclusion to this video. If you're thinking about going to art school, you should just do it, because it obviously shows that you have interest in perfecting your art and taking it to the next level. Yeah, man, making a career out of your art, like when you love it, it's the most rewarding thing. And I wake up every day and I'm like, wow, this is really my life. I'm living my dream. And yeah, it's because I went to art school, like straight up. So yeah, thank you for listening to my story. And yep, I'm gonna awkwardly end this video now. Bye.